end of the year pitch battle for Startup Grind. We are joined here by some great judges. So I'm going to ask the judges here, as far as participating in the pitch battle, if we could do a quick round robin, so we could do an intro, and then after that we'll go over to some of the rules and criteria we have for the pitches. Start with you, Amanda.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Amanda Altman of A3 Design. We do package design and brand identity with a retail focus. So that's my quick one. And this is Isla.
The Judge Junior there.
Hello, Isla. Hi, my name is Anthony Testa. I'm here representing Innovia Collabs software firm here in Rochester, and I'm also the Director of Commercialization Training at RIT. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Maureen Balatori. I'm the founder and CEO of 29 Design Studio. We are a branding and marketing agency for food, beverage, and agriculture brands. I'm also a partner in Metro Cowork and a number of other shared spaces across the greater Rochester area.
I'm Richard Glaser. I'm a community organizer and activist and co-founder of Rock Growth, which builds community in Rochester. I've spent much of my career as a venture capitalist and an entrepreneur. I'm glad to be here.
Good evening. My name is Tom Seymour. I currently work for Ledestri Foods, at least for another day. On Monday, I start up with Hammer Packaging. My background is in packaging, flexible packaging, and food manufacturing. I keep very active. I'm on a few different boards, including the Institute of Packaging Professionals, the Associated New York State Food Processors, the Commissary, which is starting up at the Sibley Building, and the Institute for Food Safety at Cornell University. Excited to be here and looking forward to hearing your presentations.
Hey everyone, I'm Tyson Mcdowell. I'm managing partner of Great Scale Ventures, which is an early stage venture studio and fund for tech companies out of San Diego, California. I'm an honorary Rochesterian by way of marriage. My wife went to Gates Chili, and we have a 2-year-old daughter, Amelia, and we're starting to co-live between San Diego and Rochester. Been in the early stage venture community for 20 years as an entrepreneur and now venture capitalist in Southern California. And San Diego and Rochester's ecosystem and ethos are incredibly similar. So really excited to contribute to business success in the upstate region.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. So really want to go over some of the ground rules or the goals for today. Right now, we're going to get ready for the startups to do their pitches, but really want to go over what the judging criteria is for the judges, so understand what we're competing for here. So we're really going to score this on 3 dimensions. The first one will be on the actual business opportunity. The next one will be the value opportunity, the market opportunity. And the third one will be, the pitch, clarity. So really want to make sure that, we understand what makes that founder kind of unique and able to kind of capture that, market opportunity. We have a slew of great prizes with us or for us today. So I'm going to read through these real quick. But first, before we get into that, the general flow, we'll do 5-minute pitches with a 3-minute Q&A and then a quick break to set up the next team. What we're competing for here today is a whole slew of prizes. We're trying to focus on things that are, going to help out the community. So Startup Grind, our team's committing to, put in a referral for the winner to the Startup Grind headquarters starter program. So that's a source of, content and connections to the folks that started Startup Grind out in Silicon Valley. We're also going to put in a hoodie so the winning team can stay warm throughout the winter and support the local Startup Grind community. We're also going to set that team up with a meeting with WeFunder, which is one of our partners. It's a crowdfunding for equity platform. And then if they decide to move forward, we can get them a 20% discount on the platform fees to do a raise on that platform. Doug, who's on our team here, he's volunteered to help out with a landing page for the winner. And Amanda, she is also contributing some design and branding work as well. And then Anthony, who's representing the Novia Collabs, he's helping out with providing a starter pack for a founder bookshelf. So the order of the startups tonight, we're gonna start with Braid Babes. So Emily, here's your cue to start getting ready. Then we're gonna move over to Tekkener, followed by View LLC. Then we're gonna go to the Essential Machine. And then finally, we'll go to Hydrant. So I'm going to give Emily a minute to get ready for her screen share. Doug, I'll also ask if we can reduce this just so the judges and Emily, as far as the view for everyone. Also ask, again, just quick reminder of the judges to be mindful of the muting. So I think we're good right now. As we move through the startups, remember where your mute button is, everyone. With that, Emily, let me know when you're ready. And Doug, if you're good with the timer when she starts.
Sure thing.
All right, thank you. All right, how does that look?
We got a thumbs up from Tom, so I think we're good.
Excellent.
All right, great. Hi, my name is Emily. My company is Braid Babes. We are mobile braiders. So I actually used to work a full-time 9-to-5 job as an analyst. I was feeling a bit unfulfilled in that role. I started a 30-day braid challenge for fun. Quickly, because of Instagram and the power of social media, I became known as the Braid Babe, and all of my friends started asking for braids, and then strangers, and naturally the demand kept growing, and I kept growing to meet the demand. So braids are actually trending right now, due mostly to social media and being able to post pictures of your beautiful braids. High complex braids are trending, and they're on the rise. So Braid Babes is on demand. Online, we come right to your house, and then we create Pinterest quality braids. We create a custom experience. We're right in your house. We're playing whatever music you like to listen to. We bring a speaker with us. We take professional quality photos at the end, share them right to the client so that they can share it on social media, which then leads to viral growth. We've built a very strong and loyal community around Braid Babes through Instagram and our private Facebook group. So we don't just go looking for braid talent, we actually create braid talent. We have a 2-week virtual training that is actually an additional revenue stream for us. And then we hire the top performing braiders from that boot camp. The is actually quite large. Many men probably aren't too familiar with it. For a dollar. Women spend on average $300 per month on beauty. The global hair care market is $105 billion, expected to be $105 billion in the year 2025. Women aged 18 to 40 in the US spend on average $80 on hair, which is $6 billion. And then looking at our attainable market brings us down to 5.4 million in 2025. So what sets Braid Babes apart is our quality matched with convenience. So our braids are service assistant, high quality, and then we come right to you. So we have some really great traction here in Buffalo. We started in January of 2019, and in Q3 of 2020, once the first quarantine ended, those we made as much as we made in all of 2019, and that is with $0 in ad spend. So we're growing quickly and organically. This summer, we launched in Rochester, New York. We're using it in the market, and then in 2021, we plan to launch in Nashville, Tennessee. There's a lot of our target demographic there, a lot of events, a lot of bachelorette parties are happening there. So we think we'll really succeed in Nashville. In addition to myself, there is Tori, our manager, and then we have a team of advisors, Clark Devers, a real startup guy, Jordan Wallbesters, an attorney, Jerry, a entrepreneur, with him as an entrepreneur in residence program, and Kevin Girl is their startup serial entrepreneur. We are currently raising for our friends and family round. We are raising $200,000. About a huge portion of that is going to be used towards marketing. Like I said, we've been growing organically with $0 in ad spend. So we want to take that money, put it, mostly all of it, into marketing so that we can flip the switch and scale and grow much quicker. Thank you for your time. And I think it's time for questions. I feel like I flew through that.
We're right on time, so good job.
Yeah, Emily, it's good that it felt like you flew through it. It's important to be able to have a quick turnaround, so that was excellent. So it sounds like you're more positioning a business opportunity for individuals that might go out as you do personally and perform this for people. So is your business model more about growing their personal business or more about building a brand at your level, and those people are just part of contributing labor?
Contributing labor, it is more of a consistent experience, and so operators are employees and we train them very heavily.
Okay.
Hey, so what do you see for the future of it? Like, sort of like I don't want to say maybe a multi-level marketing or a franchise type of thing where, I mean, I could see this being amazing in so many different places. How do you see this spinning off?
I agree. I believe that if we keep growing with kind of the management structure of general managers, regional managers, and growing that way, I don't love the idea of MLM for Braid Babes, and I don't love the idea of franchising and licensing. I really look after like Starbucks. They only license to like Target and whatnot, but mostly they're 100% in control of their brand and their experience, and I think that's a big leading reason of why Braid Babes has been successful.
Two-part question. What type of cost is associated with this service? And is it strictly in-home at this point? Or do you have captive audience locations like an airport or a coffee shop where you're set up to service people?
Great question. Yes to all of the above. We have braid appointments. They start at $55. They go all the way up to $400. We have parties that start at $200 and go all the way up to $600. We also do bridal that goes up to $1,000. We also currently have 65 monthly subscribers that pay on average $70 a month. We look to grow that a lot in the future once these shutdowns are hopefully done. And then we do braid bars out in the public, so businesses will hire us to do braid bars at their locations. We also do music festivals and big events.
You said you want to spend your money on marketing. How do you plan to allocate those dollars?
A lot of ad spend, social clicks, getting in front of new people, and even using our current clients and current market to kind of remind them, hey, remember to book an appointment, or kind of follow up to get them as a subscriber.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We got 7 seconds. One more question. Otherwise, we'll give
I
a
love it.
2-minute break. So
Thank you. That was awesome.
Awesome. Thank
We'll do
you,
it.
Emily.
do a 2-minute break, and then we'll have, I believe, Matt, right, Mike?
Yeah, if we could get Matt set up. Judges, if you're taking notes or doing some scores, to take this moment to do that right now. And then I'm gonna give Matt presenter mode, right? All right, Matt, let us know if you have the ability to share your screen.
Are our comments totally open at the moment when we speak? Do all the participants hear us?
Yep.
We will have a private room later to discuss, though, just among the judges.
All right, Matt, if you want to get rolling, or if you need another 33 seconds, you can have it.
Sure. Techner is the Tinder for business ideas. Represents a casual, open innovation experience in everyone's pocket, and it's available at techner.com, which will also prompt you to download an app to your phone if you'd like. How can you safely find out if the world likes your business ideas? Business ideas are locked up due to fear, just like someone scared of dating. Ideas need online dating tools, including an online idea dating profile. Ideas need to be free, to breathe, to fail, to progress, and to grow. And ideas need continuous exposure and testing to find a good fit. The Techner platform provides an online idea dating platform for business models. Techner removes the fear from critical idea dating interactions, freeing new founders to easily idea date through a business model profile. Techner creates ongoing idea dating patterns as ideas progress, further preparing idea profiles to identify a good match. What does idea dating look like? Well, Techner interactions aid in refining a business model pitch, simulating an idea date like a coffee shop discussion. This takes a business idea, puts it through a pitch profile process, offers critical feedback, and then tracks progress. Techner tracks progress through this idea dating feedback and gradually refines. Techner revenue is derived from founder clients. Founder clients pay to accelerate ideas through boosting their refinement rate, provided through premium features, including automated feedback. This model, accelerated ideas are provided with a refinement boost through premium features. This is a very standard freemium model, which then provides automated feedback, and institutional clients can also pay for a self-contained refinement group. The application flow and Techner user experience is simple, familiar, and accessible. You can create, educate, and refine around a business model, match and assess business models, and then share a business model, meet, and partner up. And all of these features can be accessed through a mobile app. Actually, I have a demo here I'm going to try and get you real quick. So this is an example of the mobile app. I'll quickly make a business. So I have a sample company, and I'll leave out a summary for the purposes of demo. And I can jump right into a business model canvas and start describing my key partners, my key activities, key resources, etc. The market size for Techner is mostly defined by the number of new founders. So Techner's target market is defined as a new founder, a founder with a new startup idea to test and eventually to create. There are 472 million entrepreneurs in the country. 305 million startups, and 100 million new startups formed per year. The competition is mostly based around other idea dating concepts. The most common examples are Silicon Valley coffee shops, higher education programs and platforms, books on ideation, spirited debate. Major service providers include Google's application suite, Microsoft Office, pencil and paper presentations formerly. Techner comes into the mix as more exciting and more inclusive. The early tactics for Techner are focused on refining potential founders' new ideas, aligning to a shift within this region from the Rust Belt to the Refinement Belt, engaging existing entrepreneurship networks, sponsor and facilitating pitch battles or pitch pop-up events, assisting inspired students, new founders, or entrepreneurs by working with the existing area network in Western New York, getting the mobile app into the hands of entrepreneurs and students, creating blogs, webcasts, and innovation events. The Techner team is myself, Matt Naya Harp. I'm the founder, architect, and servant leader. I'm an experienced entrepreneur, enterprise architect, and author. Doug Kellermeyer, who's also on this call, who is a front-end development and user experience designer. He's an experienced front-end developer and startup community advocate. The developers and startup community advocates beyond ourselves are currently working on Techner as a passion project, and those involved represent a mixture of both new and experienced founders. The financial projections, KPIs, and exit strategy for Techner look as follows. So I'd project a break even by January 1, 2022. The key metrics to track are the number of product users and percentage of premium users. So there's a few numbers here. I'll sprint through to the bottom line. So by July 1, 2025, I'm attempting to have 3.5 million founder users per year, representing 3.5% of the market, which is renewed every year, which would project an annual profit of $92 million. Our current status is that focus groups are underway. A pilot is planned with startup communities, incubators, accelerators, and academic institutions. And we formed some partnerships with the Venture Jobs Foundation, Rochester Ain Center. We're seeking funds to accelerate feature development and sponsor innovation pop-up events in Rochester.
And that's time. There you go. Nice job.
5 minutes is tough.
Yep. We'll do 2 minutes for questions. I lied. 3.
Hey, Matt, thanks for the presentation. So my question is around ideas and their need to inherently be held confidentially. So can you help me understand a little bit better how Techner handles that confidentiality piece in the refinement and feedback phases?
Yes, absolutely. So I traditionally talk a little bit more at length about idea protectionism, and I agree that it's a big concern. There are some technical controls that are in place so that only those things which you want to be shared are shared. There's also some controls in place that can make it so you can actually hold some of that information back onto your own kind of private profile and have those tightly controlled. So there's a number of features in place that allow for that level of control. There's also something to be said for kind of the culture of changing and exposing those ideas, the same way that there was a change in electronic dating and kind of rapid dating around applications like Tinder. There should be a similar eventual change around Techner.
Matt, is your principal value proposition that you'll allow an idea to get developed and iterated faster because you're showing it to a lot of like-minded people? Or is it that you're structuring the way someone can develop their idea so that it's shareable with a small number of people they choose to?
A little bit of both. So the core value proposition is that you achieve the refinement, but that is done by having it be more exposed to other people.
You know, I appreciate the fact that you're taking this head on. Generally, sophisticated people are not uncomfortable sharing their ideas. They realize it's execution and accelerating the iteration process, and the feedback is exciting. When do we'll truly know when you have a pilot? When are you launching some form of pilot to sort of see how people embrace it?
I'm working with U of R to have a student-run pilot right now that's supposed to start in January. Everything's a little disrupted around education. And that app that I demonstrated is up live, so anyone who's on this call can jump in at techner.com and check it out at their own time.
I mean, hackathons are when people socialize ideas in a group setting anyway, right? And you don't know everyone at a hackathon. So do you find that sort of an analog that sort of buttresses your position?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit different, but yes, it's a very similar experience, right, of idea sharing. So I would agree that it does buttress the position. Information sharing is kind of a complex topic, but I think hackathons are a great example. Anytime you have a community like what we have right now, sharing ideas openly through basically the same type of interface, it buttresses the same position, that we need to be more free with our ideas and more open with them.
One more thing. There are other revenue sources. Have you contemplated them? Like, I mean, you're talking about a freemium model. Is there?
Yeah. So like a partnership or referral type of structure is one that I've considered, and I'm open to anything else as well.
Alrighty, that's the question time. So, nice job. We got 2 minutes, and Mike, who do we got next?
Oh, I should stop sharing.
All right. Great job. Thanks, Matt. I'm gonna promote Gary and Alexandra right now for the next presentation. Alexandra, I'll ask you if you could attempt to share. And then at the same time, Richard, we might have to get you on deck because Alexandra was a late add in the meeting. We had a hiccup with the meeting invite. So we might switch the order a little bit. But Alexandra and Gary, are you able to unmute yourself and show your video? I think Alexandra's got the presentation.
And I'm gonna go ahead. Allow.
We can hear you.
I'm trying to get the entire screen so I can be able to see what I'm doing. Hello. Oh no, that is not what I was hoping for. This is. Wait a second. I'm trying to get the screen share. Why won't they let me? Uh-oh. I don't know why am I able to get my screen share? My keynote. Yeah, I have my keynote, but it's like, I don't know. Wait a minute, I know why. I have too many things open, and that is why it's not allowing me to get my little, give me a second to. My keynote. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
So for some reason, it's not allowing me to get my
We're seeing a screen share now.
Yeah, but what's happening is that I'm trying to get my presentation and giving me, not allowing me to do that. Too many things going at the same time.
Can you drag your deck over to the screen? Because you're giving the screen for the same one that you have the pitch paddle. If you drag your deck over onto that screen, we'll be able to see it, if that's possible.
I was really ready. I am ready. It's just that why am I able to get my? Do you want to go ahead and get the other person? I'm like trying to get my. I have my PowerPoint presentation. I do, but it's just like it's not allowed. It's on the other desktop. Oh, I know what it is. Sorry, I got it. Yeah, so, okay. Do you see the PowerPoint presentation?
We are still seeing your screen that has the video presentation.
Yeah. So this is
let me reset this up again. So, can you just go ahead and give the other person?
Hey, Richard, are you ready to go next?
Help.
All right, we're going to switch around the order a little bit. We're going to keep the judges on their toes as well. So, Richard, if you could get geared up, Alexandra, we can work on that presentation while he's presenting. Right now, I'll minimize some of these.
Can you guys see everything okay?
Yes.
I see the non-essential machine.
What, really?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, heart attack. Too much pressure already. Yeah, should I get started anytime or is the countdown?
Whenever
Ready
you're
when
ready.
you are.
Hello,
Oh,
welcome
we
everyone.
just lost your presentation.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's crazy. Let me see if I can set it back up again. Right when I was about to start, it's just ended. Sorry about this too. Is it good now? Can I get like a thumbs up? Or
Yep.
Perfect. All right then. So welcome back everyone to The Essential Machine, a startup dedicated to smarter, safer technology. My name is Richard Crabb, and I'm the founder of The Essential Machine. The Essential Machine, I am a student at the University of Buffalo studying business and psychology with a background in computer science. Over the 4 years of college, I participated in several pitch competitions and sales competitions. I was also winning a lot of them as well. I'm involved in many business and technology clubs online and on UB's campus. I founded the Essential Machine in June of 2020. It was originally an idea pitched to UB Launchpad's accelerator program during the summer, and since then we've been able to grow our business and work on a new prototype. Our whole company is dedicated to stopping the spread of COVID-19 and creating smarter and safer technology. So as you may know, COVID-19 has taken over 1.5 million lives. There have been over 69.1 million cases of COVID-19, and the US accounts for 22.4 cases across the entire world. This is why we need to invest in methods that prevent the spread of COVID-19 and the risk of contracting the disease. In response to this, I created the Essential Machine. The Essential Machine is a non-touch vending machine with electronic payment options and a safer dispenser to make sure that no contact comes between the user and the machine itself. We have these two features that allow people to pay for their products as well as grab their products without having to touch this vending machine at all. The Essential Machine will also have positive messages that encourage people to socially distance as well as wear their mask in public places. The Essential Machine will be compact enough to be able to fit in small places and not take too much space. Here's the original model of the Essential Machine, and here's a model that I cannot yet show you because we're working on a patent for it. So, who is working on the Essential Machine, and why are we the dream team? Well, I have four less groups working on the machine. One of the groups is a software team, another one's a hardware team. Some of them are from the UB Launchpad members, and some of them are from UB themselves. The software team is composed of UB students as well as a UB professor. We currently finished making our web application and our payment process, and we're having our first demo for the software tomorrow. If you guys are interested, you can comment below. And we also have a hardware team that is making the physical machine itself. I'm working with engineering intramurals as well as computer science engineers and 2 professors from the University of Buffalo. Not to mention, we've teamed up with UB Launchpad, UB Resource, UB the physical campus to have, and I've been participating in a lot of pitch events, programs, and accelerators. And through UB themselves, I've been able to get legal support and work on our patents as well as get funding and work on other activities as well. So here's our milestones. I'll let you guys read through it, and I'll discuss a little bit of it as well. In June of 2020, we launched our Essential Machine, and August 2020, I started working with software teams and hardware teams to make the machine come to fruition. We're currently working on our first prototype. In October, I won our first pitch competition for Essential Machine, and a month later, I won 2 pitch competitions with one title of the People's Choice Award. This title was very, very important because in a group full of 100 people, we were able to be the people that the audience voted for to want right now. this tells us that people want the essential machine on campus and in schools. This month, we are working towards having a provisional patent that we'll have on our undisclosed image, and we are looking to finish our software. In January, we're going to be focusing on discovering new uses for the essential machine and testing new technology and ideas that we have. So here's our business model and revenue. All the numbers on the bottom, see how much money we're going to be making, and here's what we're planning on doing. We're planning on selling the first essential machine to the University of Buffalo. I attend this school, and a lot of the people, pretty much everyone that works in the machine attends this school as well too. We're going to be selling this machine to UB student dorms and other dorms across the campus. We intend to make the money below. From there, we're going to be selling some of the features and uses for the machine to vending machine vendors as well as other companies. Like I said, we're focusing on safer dispensers as well as safer payment options. A lot of companies that can use this technology, and we're looking to sell to them as well. From there, we're looking to work with buses and subway stations in order to implement these machines into these places. And like I said, after that, we're pivoting and we're going to be testing new ideas as well as working on new technology. So as you can see, the tech market, it makes up $3.5 billion, $1 trillion, and the healthcare market makes up $4 trillion. So there's a lot of money to be made with the essential machine. In conclusion, COVID-19 is terrible. We all hate it. We all want it to end, and we all want to go back to normal lives. Technology and innovation and people's social change will help us return back to normal, as well as help society's problems. We're asking for funding and venture capitalists, mentorship, partnerships, and interns. If you're interested in working with us, please contact me. My email is below, and my LinkedIn is below as well too. Thank you all, and hope you have a great day.
There you go. Right on time. Thanks, Richard.
Perfect. I forgot to breathe. Thank you.
Can you talk at all about your patent in terms of what tech that will protect?
Can you please repeat that one more time?
Can you tell us about your patent?
Oh yeah, so our patent, we're currently working on having different features of the machine. So like I said, the dispenser and the payment option. The payment option, we're using Venmo and other payment options that no other machine has, or no other major retailer has. You can see people using Apple Pay and Android Pay, but something that no one has is being able to do with Cash App and Venmo. So these are two big things millennials use all the time, and having those options are perfect. So we're going to have that on our patent. We're also going to have our design features on our patent, pretty much the encouraging messages that encourage people to do the right thing. We're going to be COVID's probably going to be cured in the next year, so we're going to be looking towards making machines that are geared towards illnesses and solving those illnesses. And part of that also has some same trend as COVID-19, which is stay safe, protect yourself, wash your dang hands. No one's doing that for some reason and stuff like that. That's more or less what our patent really covers. There's some other things as well too, but I can't disclose it just yet.
Okay, thank you.
Richard, are you building a software company that enables vending machines, or are you building a vending machine company?
We're more or less, that's a good question. We're more or less building a technology company, actually. So COVID-19, that's the first thing I really focused on. That was the first idea I had, was to focus on a company that targeted that. But
that's okay. I got the answer. And what are you selling to vending machine companies then is the only customer you're talking to?
Could you please rephrase that question?
Are you talking to vending machine manufacturers, making sure they would buy this from you?
Oh yeah, I've been able to talk to some vending machine manufacturers, but the only problem is that they're looking to sell me their product, and they're really looking to buy my product yet. And they really want to see the physical prototype, which will be done in May. So after that's done, we'll continue to target vending machine companies and talk to them.
Richard, can you help me understand the touchless part of the dispensing? I understand how the pay piece would work, but how do you retrieve something from a vending machine without touching?
Yeah, good question. So more or less, you're going to have an item fall from the coil. It's going to fall from the coil. It's going to go down this ramp, and there's this flap that the product hits the flap, goes over, and it falls into some sort of cup holder thing where you just pick up the item and you're good. It's
How do you address the comment? COVID is transmitted by aerosols. You just proved that touch is the primary transmitter of COVID.
Could you say that one more time?
I'm just trying to figure out what problem you're solving.
Oh yeah, so we're trying to solve the problem with the spread of COVID-19 through pretty much.
COVID-19 is transmitted by aerosols, more of the respiratory effect than contact. And I'm just curious. I mean, I want to be disproved. I mean, I'm asking, and then I also can't picture what you're selling there. Are you selling cookies or pretzels in the
Oh
dorm?
man,
Yeah.
no, we're selling like PPEs. We're selling gloves, masks, and hand sanitizers. And what you said is really true. COVID really spread.
That they're banned by vending machines. Okay.
Wait, oh yeah, Mike, you're right about that. COVID-19 does spread through, like you said, respiratory. But at the same time, it's like any other disease. If like that's what they say, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, because when you cough and you sneeze, that also spreads COVID-19. Like you said, you're right. Breathing, not wearing your mask, there's a lot of damage. If you're not washing your hands, I could even argue there's just as much damage. So that's a problem.
Alrighty. That's time on the questions. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you too. Thanks. Those really good questions. Appreciate that.
All right.
Break was Alexander. You ready?
Yes, I am ready.
All right, we'll give it just a minute or two. Judges, if you want to put your scores and comments in, and then Alexander, you can go ahead and fire up your deck whenever you're ready, or now, and then we'll just kick it off here in a minute.
Doug, we also have some late breaking startup news. I've now been recruited to Team View. So I think they're going to give me some equity for sharing the
Did you
slide.
get equity on that?
I think, yeah. So, not to skew any of the judges' votes or anything, but I'll take checks from anyone. I'll show you how incompetent I am on using a screen. So.
I'm human. What can I say? Oh, well.
Can we get a thumbs up if we're seeing the view slides?
Okay. You guys ready? Do I start? Okay. Hi, my name is Alexandra Cartier. I am the founder of View. I'm also the pink elephant in the room. So obviously you can see that I'm also hard of hearing. I have an interpreter right there, but if you have any questions, please give it to Gary, who is my tech partner, who happens to be, will be able to communicate with you. Obviously you can see that there's no closed caption. I cannot follow along. So hey, and this is the reason why I'm here, and this is why my company is just on top of that. Can you go over the next slide? Next slide. Okay, there we go. And the view is actually, what we're doing is creating a communication device for the deaf and hard of hearing to engage, to live, and work independently. Like if it's for a conference call or for we just want to engage. And did you even understand what I go through every day? There's about, did you know 70% of the deaf population are unemployed, and 70% of the hard of hearing are not. Is underemployed. So that's why I'm here to change that, so we can be able to engage and also receive education and so forth. Let me go on to the next slide, please. Okay. As you can see, the deaf market and the hard of hearing market, there's about 40 million underserved customers that are here with their hearing loss or not. And what it is that 80% of them do not want to wear hearing aids. Why? One, because of the hard of hearing. They don't want to pay the cash flow of the hearing aid. And the insurance does not cover the hearing aid. And people just don't want to even wear them because they get isolated, withdrawal. And plus, with the hearing aid, we still have to rely on people who are, having interpreting, and those who are, having to use the closed captioning. There are two companies that right here, Speak and Eva. those we have to rely on people like yourself to download it, and then we can convey. And so it's like half done, half not done. And so I actually, what that means, instead of depending on it, what my company does, the solution, which is the next one, if you can please pass on to the next slide. As you can see on the right here, you can see the desktop unit is a solution that we're doing. It's a situation awareness, patent pending. What it does is it helps us real-time caption. It helps me where the person is talking, who is saying, and not even missing a beat. The real cool part is that it also that goes up to the cloud with the speech captioning that goes on my phone, and that is also cybersecurity on top of that. And then the second one that we have is the second patent pending is the glasses that actually goes in to do real captioning glasses with the real captioning and also help me do situational awareness. And that's what helped me engage with you and also be able to hear you anywhere, any place without having to rely on an interpreter. I had to deal with this and not being able to use the, there's no captioning. What I have to do, rely on people. This will help me go anywhere, any place. This is what's really cool about it, our company and our team. Please go to the next one, please. All right, and the next slide. As you can see, our company is so unique is because we are two subject matter experts. I have one person who is bimotor and who calls the profound deaf, and I'm hard of hearing, which is like the very profound. So between the two of us, we actually understand the frustration. We also understand the isolation and the technology that does not reach out to the competition. So that's why we're bridging the gap. And what's really cool about the team is actually we are engaging with engineers that actually sit down to engage with us to understand why this needs to be the problem, trying to solve the problem. If you want to join the conversation, who wants it?
Perfect, right on time. Thank you. All right, we'll do 3 minutes for questions.
Gary, are you the proper person? I know this is a major market, and there is a reason why it's hard to get deaf and hard of hearing people to a networking event at Rock Growth. We've made an outreach. How do you deal with multiple voices and ambient noise? And if you could address some of the underlying technology for speech recognition, is it what's more than stuff that you could find off the shelf?
Well, the devices that we're using are essentially microphone arrays that pick up, they monitor the environment, detect speech. They use voice activity detection to determine that it is real speech. They can handle multiple speakers at the same time, but in 99% of the cases, people don't talk over each other in a meeting, unless you've got a meeting that is not good. So that's the technology we're using. The current technology is, when you don't have anything, 80% or 90% is darn right good. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're trying to get out, and getting the device into the hands of people so we can figure out what we have and does it really work for people, so that we can get feedback and integrate it back into the system to help them. So the technology we're using is patented. We've submitted a patent in the summer for the glasses and the whole concept of audio situational awareness, of being able to understand what people are saying, know who spoke, and where to look to follow the conversation. So that's the type of thing that we're doing. I don't know if I couldn't hear Alexandra, but is that in group conversations, deaf and hard of hearing lose in the transition between one speaker and another. And so that's what this device does. It captures that speech. They can read what somebody said and then continue to
Gary,
go to the new speaker to follow them.
Is it the glasses that is the embodiment of your unique solution?
That's, yes,
what
the
people are gonna
first
buy,
device,
effectively.
that is the game changer for people because you wear it, you walk into a room,
I
you don't
understand
need
that.
to do
I'm wondering,
anything.
is that what you're building and selling, or are you embedding software, and have you already selected visual glasses that can display directional cue and text? Are you building the glasses, or are you building the software to power glasses that exist?
We have to do both. There are no glasses that have what we want. They have display capabilities, and some of them look like Google glasses, and other ones look like normal glasses. We want normal glasses, but we're putting microphones into the glasses, and that has not been done.
What's the price point?
We're looking at, for the glasses, probably about $1,000.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that's time. If judges, you want to go ahead and put your score comments in there, and then we'll get the next person on deck in 2 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the slides are not easy, so I have more respect for all the founders now. Let's get Dave ready. Last one. Thank you, Alexandra. And thank you, Gary, for jumping on. It was awesome.
Thank you very much.
All right. Dave, we see you. Hopefully you are able to present.
I hope so. I turned on the video and I said, "Oh my God," went down. Y'all see it?
We're seeing it.
Did you say yes?
But, yeah.
Let me
Even while I'm muted, you can tell. Yes, we can see it.
Okay, great. I will get started then. Hey everyone, my name is Dave Heimbuck and I am the founder and CEO of Hydrant. And this is Rose. Rose is a 72-year-old widow who finds it difficult these days to climb ladders, lift heavy things, assemble, install basic household items. And this is Dan. Obviously, Dan is a firefighter. He's a trusted member of his community. He's strong and very handy. And given his unique work schedule where it is 24 hours on and 48 hours off, Dan has plenty of time to do some extra work. Wouldn't it be great if we could get Rose and Dan together? And that's what we're doing at Hydrant. We're helping firefighters like Dan supplement his income during his off-duty days by connecting him with people like Rose who are looking for a safe, trustworthy, and reliable handyman. So why are we using firefighters? In a word, trust. But there are more things to it than that. There's actually 1.2 million firefighters in the United States. All of them have already undergone extensive background checks. They have their own insurance. They're available 20 days a month. They're extremely handy, and they have a network of people they can go to for help. With what's happening in the world today, it's also important to note that firefighters are required to have temperature checks before they go into the station, and again, halfway through their shift. They understand the importance of social distancing, and they understand and know or are trained on the latest sanitization guidelines as outlined by the CDC. So there's really never been a better time to rely on your neighborhood firefighter to do some handy work around your house. Our services are broken up into 3 categories. They are ladder friendly. This month we've hung a lot of Christmas lights. They are assembly and installation. So it could be a light fixture, a ceiling fan, a flat screen TV. And it's strength, right? It's strong hands. It's moving furniture and hauling things. We are operating in a $600 billion home service industry that is growing at a compound annual growth 49%. And that doesn't even include the B2B market that we've been going after for the past few months, for the commercial market as well. Our business model is that we take 20% of the revenue on every completed job. We are acquiring customers primarily through digital media on Facebook, Nextdoor, and Google. And then we're acquiring our supply side using direct mail to the stations and an affiliate program. The great thing about using firefighters as your labor supply is that we know where to find them. We're doing this not only in the B2C market in people's homes, but as I mentioned before, we're also now partnering with businesses that are utilizing our labor supply of firefighters. For example, Echo Glow, our glow-in-the-dark strips that go onto fire escape staircases. Our firefighters are installing those. And they're also working at a company called Davicode, which has a COVID-19 test center where they're using our firefighters as COVID-19 site supervisors. Hydrant has been in the news. We've been on TV on CBS, ABC, and Fox. We've also been in some print. Everybody loves a good story about a firefighter. We do have traction since launching in 2018. We have 36,000 app downloads. We've signed up over 1,000 firefighters. We've done almost 2,000 jobs, and our average revenue per job is $240. That's up to $475,000 now, and we will be finishing the year with over $500,000 in revenue. There is competition in this big industry. You may know some of these: TaskRabbit, Home Advisor Handy on the B2C side, Wanalo and Variable on the B2B side. Each company listed here has either raised $100 million or been acquired for over $100 million. Hydrant is the only company that is exclusively using firefighters as their labor supply. And I don't care what they tell you, they can't help you get your cat out of the tree. Again, my name is Dave Heimbach. I'm the founder and CEO of Hydrant, and my background is in digital media, and I participated in over $1 billion worth of successful exits, most notably with the company Shazam, which was acquired by Apple a couple of years ago. I was the first US employee hired at Chicago. Dimitri Love is a technology architect. He's the day-to-day fingers on keyboard help that we have. He has a company that also appeared on Shark Tank, and then I use Kapil Khanna. He is our fractional CTO. We are being accelerated by a couple of the best in the country, Capital Innovators and Capital Factory, which gives us access to hundreds of mentors throughout the country. That's Hydrant.
Alrighty, right on time. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, 3 minutes for question.
Don't firefighters usually have other full-time jobs?
No, they not full-time jobs. No, I mean they work 24 on, 48 off. So anything that they do on their off days is going to be a side gig, not a full-time job.
So Dave, can you talk a little bit about positioning here? Because I think that's the thing that makes all the difference. I'll be honest with you. Mm-hmm. In terms of the 3 criteria, that was phenomenal. Your value prop was clear, market opportunity was clear, the clarity was clear. What's the positioning versus the incumbent players here?
It's trust. It's trust is the biggest one, right? You trust a firefighter. You trust that they're going to keep you safe and do a good job. And then there's also that philanthropic angle of giving back to a neighborhood firefighter who's there to protect you. So we're really focusing on trust, protection.
Right. And so what's that feedback loop? How much of what you just said is being confirmed by the market?
So I can go into our numbers a little bit, but let me just say that our biggest demographic, our biggest user is grandma. So that is a 75-year-old woman like Rose that I showed. And the elderly are the most at risk when it comes to being taken advantage of, especially with home services. So I've seen on Facebook, I've seen on other social media, we're using you because we trust you. I think you get it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where are you located, and where is your team located?
So I am located in Dallas, and we are operational in Dallas, Austin, Houston, San Antonio, Phoenix, Denver, and Tampa. One of our biggest advisors is up in Rochester, and that is an area of growth potential for us. So,
who is that?
His name is Pavan.
Okay.
Kumar?
Oh, Pavan, right? He's saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard about you
Yeah.
guys from him.
Okay. Yeah, so we're raising $500,000 in our seed round. It's a $3 million valuation on a convertible note, and we've raised $200,000 so far.
Perfect. And if we have 20 seconds here, if anybody doesn't have a question, I saw one question in the chat as far as preventing customers from going off platform to sort of avoid that 20% cut. Can you address that real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. And I say, and in 10 seconds be hard. We know that it's not possible to catch a 100% of that. So it may happen. What I have learned from the firefighters is that they do appreciate the anonymity that the app offers them. So by that, I mean, you do a lot of times get people walking into the station and saying, can you help me? And it's so hard for them to say no to somebody in person, but to be able to receive job offers from people in your community and have that curtain in front of you to where you can just accept it or decline it based on whether or not you want to do the job. They really like that, and I haven't had a big issue with it.
All righty, good stuff. We got 2 more minutes for judges, and that being our last one. Mike, you want to go ahead and do the judges' deliberation, or?
Want to say thanks again to all of the startups that pitched. Also want to say thanks to all the judges. And there was some strong deliberation. Wanted to give an honorable mention to Hydrant, who we felt had a strong pitch, a really good value prop. And one of the deciding factors was also, for the startups are in there who would benefit most from like the prize package. So it was really close, but we thought that the startup View with Alexandra and Gary, based on their market opportunity, where that sits and how it aligns kind of to Rochester and Rochester's strengths. That was really where we thought that we had the best fit. So congratulations to Alexandra and View for taking the crown tonight. Congratulations.